So we already know the positive forms of the verb to be. But if you want to say a negative sentence, if you need the negative form, that's what we are going to study now. Again, the verb to be, this time the negative forms, or how to make a negative sentence. For example, hi, I'm not Max. Understood? This is a negative sentence. I'm not Max. I'm not 29 years old. My favorite color isn't blue. Is not or isn't. I have a brother and a sister. They aren't married. They are, they aren't. My brother isn't an engineer. My brother is, he isn't. My brother isn't. My sister isn't a teacher. My sister is, she isn't. My sister isn't a teacher. We aren't sad when we are together. We aren't, or we are not. Hope you aren't sad either. Ignore this either, don't pay attention now. You are, you aren't. These are the negative forms of the verb to be, and you will need them quite often as well. So one more example. Hi, I'm not Emily, obviously. I'm not. I'm not 25 years old. I'm not. My favorite color isn't green. It is. It isn't. My favorite color isn't green. I have a brother and a sister. They aren't twins. They are positive. They aren't negative. They aren't twins. My brother isn't a musician. He is. He isn't. My brother isn't a musician. My sister isn't a nurse. She is. She isn't. We aren't sad when we spend time together. We are positive. We aren't negative. We aren't sad when we spend time together. Hope you aren't sad either. You are positive. You aren't negative. Good. So let's look at it again, the short and the long form. You know that in English, they prefer short forms when they speak in spoken English. In formal English, if you write a letter or something, it's different. But in spoken English, they prefer really short forms. So, I'm not, or I am not. You aren't, or you are not. Hope you aren't sad. Hope you are not sad. After that, my brother isn't an engineer. He isn't. He is not. Okay? When you understand the logic, it's really easy. My sister isn't, or my sister is not. She isn't. She is not. My favorite color isn't blue. My favorite color. It isn't. It is not. We aren't sad. We aren't. Or we are not. Then you aren't. You are not. They aren't. They are not. I have a brother and a sister. They aren't married. Or they are not married. Okay? So these are the short and the long forms of the negative forms of the verb to be. Again, pay attention to this. When people speak, they prefer the short forms. When they write something formal, for example, when you write to your boss, you need the long forms. I'm not short. I am not long. You aren't. You are not. He isn't. He is not. She isn't. She is not. It isn't. It is not. We aren't. We are not. You aren't. You are not. They aren't. They are not. I'm sure you understood the logic and you even memorized them. So let's go to the exercises. And now we are just checking what the exercises will be. Then you do them on your own and we check the answers together. So the exercise, here it is, the verb to be, the negative forms. In the first exercise, be careful here. You need to make the positive sentences negative and the negative sentences positive. Okay? You have negative sentence, you make it positive. Positive sentence, you make it negative. And the second exercise, you need to use these words and to write to write a positive sentence if there is plus and negative sentence when there is minus. Good luck.